Doosan Robotics has been created a few years ago and is rapidly rising as one of the top cobot maker in the world. They just recently passed all the certification needed to enter the market of North America and Europe as well. It's one of the reasons that you're not seeing them. The first series that Doosan offer is the M series that come in four different robots. To go more in detail, the first robot is the MO609. You will see that the first letter of the name of the robot represents its series, and then the next two digits represent the payload. So O6 for 6 kilogram payload, then the O9 represent the reach of the robot and 0.9 meter reach. And then there's the O617 that got a huge 1.7 meter reach, and then there's the M1013 with 10 kilogram payload and 1.3 meter reach, and finally the M1509 with 15 kilogram payloads. One of the huge advantages of the Doosan M series is that they got torque sensors on every axis. Let me show you very quickly. The fact that they got torque sensor on every axis means that the M series is the most sensible cobot on the market. It allows it to do some very advanced force and compliance controls. As you can see on the screen, you can apply a constant force and apply a compliance mode that will make the robot adjust itself depending of how much feedback it got on the surface. So, on the contrary of a robot that will try to follow the line, the robot is able to move around very, very efficiently. Then, when you order our M series, it will come with the controllers and the teach pendant as well. And there are several options that you can choose from, like you can choose the colors of the robot if you want it in white or in navies. You can also opt for a DC controllers instead of the standard one that will allow you to put the robot on a mobile robot, like our mirror robot, for instance. And there's a stainless steel model if you want it. And there's also the cockpit. This is an option that will allow you to take the robot and move it around freely. I will show you a demo a little later to see how it works. Then the second series is the brand new A series. It comes in four different models again. And one of the main advantages of the A series is that the robot is both faster, more accurate, and it's also less expensive than the M series. We are pretty confident that the A series offered the biggest ROI on the market, on the cobot market right now. The A series come with its controllers, the dot platform and e-stop buttons, and there are several options like the M series. You can choose between navy and white colors. The DC controller is to be released, but you still have the option to add a cockpit. And then there's the smart pendant and teach pendant that is available. Then finally, Doosan have just announced that in the end of this summer, the new H series will be available. The H series is for heavy, will offer two robots, one that have a 20 kilogram payload, as you can see on the screen right now, with 1.7 reach, and then there's the H 2515 with 25 kilogram payload and 1.5 meter reach. Those robots will be available at the end of the summer and will allow Doosan to offer the widest range of cobot on the market with 10 different robots ranging for very small 06, 05, 09 to the huge H25, 15. Doosan offer many different features that are usually only available for on the industrial robot. One of those is conveyor tracking. If you want to follow object on the conveyor, I'll just show you a more concrete example with Asahi Group that have selected Doosan for their beer packaging solutions. So, as you can see, the Doosan will go and pick several bottles at the same time and place them directly on a moving box. There's many different application that you can have for the robot as polishing, for instance. There's also for gluing or painting, if it's something that you will find that could be of your interest. And many consumer application like fried chickens. So yeah, Doosan is able to do many different kind of application, and I'm sure you will find it very interesting to work with. Also, Doosan is the only cobot on the market right now that offer a proper simulation environment, as you can see on the screens. The Dart Studio that is available for you will allow you to do some very accurate simulations. You might find interesting to learn that Doosan is also programmed with Python, one of the most known language, and is the most recommended language by STEAM, so science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. There you have an example of that studio when you will just um, take the 3D CAD model of a piece. The person have just teach a point cloud and will apply a base match to be able to locate the pieces related to the robot in the simulation environment, and then you can do a program very nicely. I would have loved to show you a real demo of the Doosan today, but sadly, all of our Doosan demo are at customer right now. But last week, one of those customers have been kind enough to allow us to record ourselves while we were preparing the demo. So, without further ado, I would like to thank Mr. Hand Sanitizer G for CNC Enterprise Inc. for allowing us to take this video. I want to tell you that the robot is in his stock, so there's no programming that have been done before. So, as you will see, the first part that I've done when arriving at the customer was to program the tooling. I just make the robot just prepare the configuration to allow the robot to communicate with the grippers. Then the second part is to set the box pattern. So we'll take a look at the box to count how many bottle there is, how many column I got. So I got 6 column and 8 rows. Then I will just take the robot, take one of those bottles, and I will put it inside of the box to do what we call a 3-point calibration. I will bring the robot on the first point, as you can see on the screen, to teach the first point, then move the robot over to the second point, and then lastly, the third point. That will allow the robot to know where the box is located related to itself. Once those two configurations have been done, I can start working on the main program. So the first part of the program is to program the pick sequence. So I will put a bottle, bring the robot on the pick positions, and I will program the pick sequence. Uh, and doing yes, right now I'm doing the first test to be sure that the picking is done properly. Then when the pick routine have been finished, I can just add the box pattern that I've worked before and test the play sequence. So I just done a test and it seemed to have succeeded. So now all that remains to be done is to test the main program for the first time. So I got an error right now, and I just noticed that the peak fail feedback was a little too short. So I have to raise it just a little bit, and then I was able to try out a second run. That should happen very soon. Yeah, there you go. So I just test a second run, and the robot have properly placed the bottle. It's a success. So all that remains up to do is to clean up, activate the main loop, raise the speed, and there, the robot program has been finished just under 10 minutes. So I hope you have loved your presentation of Doosan Robotics today. I'm sure you will find you will see a lot of different applications that our robots will be able to help you with. So again, thank you for being with us for the Coffee and Technology today. I'm wishing you a great day and hope to hear from you very soon. So thank you, everyone.